The first question says, write these fractions in order of size, start with the smallest number. So whenever we're comparing fractions, it's always ideal to make sure that all of the fractions have the same denominator. So that is easier to compare them. So we know that 10, 4, 2, and 5 have a lowest common multiple of 20. So to turn 10 into 20, we can times it by 2. So the numerator also gets multiplied by 2. Turn 4 into 20, we times it by 5. Turn 2 into 20, we times it by 10. And return 5 into 20, we times it by 4. So what we get is 14 over 20. Then we have 15 over 20, 10 over 20, and 12 over 20. So as you can see, all of these fractions have the same denominator now, which makes it easier for us to compare which one is the smallest and which one is the largest. So as you can see, smallest is 10 over 20, which is 1 over 2. You write the original fraction in your answer, not the converted one. Then next we have 12 over 20, which is 3 over 5. Then 14 over 20, which is 7 over 10. And then lastly, 15 over 20, which is 3 over 4. So these are your fractions arranged in ascending order, starting from the smallest and ending with the largest. Then it says simplify w to the power of 7 times w to the power of 4. So remember, like it's one of the rules of indices that whenever you're multiplying similar bases, w being your base and 7 and 4 being your powers. So when we're multiplying similar bases, we add the powers. So it's going to be w to the power of 7 plus 4. The base remains as it is. What happens is that we combine the powers as a sum. So that's going to be w to the power of 11. And when you're dividing similar bases, we subtract the powers. So w to the power of 7 minus 4, which is going to be w cubed. That's your answer. Complete the two-way table. So they've given us some values and others are missing. So as you can see, we have the total number of people who study French. And we have the number of male who study French. So to find the number of female, we do 14 minus 5. It's going to be 9. So 9 females study French. Similarly, we have the total number of people who study German, and we have the number of male who study German. So for female, we do 9 minus 2, which is 7. So now to find the total number of female who are studying French, German, and Spanish, we add 9, 7, and 7, which is going to give us 23. To find the number of male who are studying all three languages, we do 40 minus 23, which is 17. And then using this, we can find the number of male who are studying Spanish by subtracting 5 and 2 from 17, which gives us 10. And the total number of male and female studying Spanish would be 7 plus 10, which is 17. So this is how you solve your two-way tables. They're very easy. All you have to do is see which information is given and how you can use that to find the missing values. Each row adds up to a number which is given the total, and each column adds up to a number which is given the total row as well. Then it says the pattern below shows the first three triangular numbers. In pattern 1, we can see there's 1 counter. In pattern 2, there are 3 counters. And in pattern 3, there are 6 counters. So we need to see what rule they're following. So when they went from pattern 1 to pattern 2, they added 2. When you went from pattern 3 to pattern 6, we added a 3. So as you can see, we're adding consecutive numbers. So to get the next pattern, we would add 4. Just give us 10. And then to 10, we would add 5. That would give us 15. So the first 5 triangular numbers would be 1, 3, 6, 10, and 50. Then it says work out -2 whole power 3. So this is the third rule of indices, where like if there's a power outside the bracket, you distribute it to the terms inside the bracket. Inside the bracket, we just have -2. So -2 being cubed means we're multiplying -2 3 times to itself. So we know -2 times -2 is going to be +4, because when you multiply two negative integers, the result is positive. So now 4 times -2. So when you multiply positive and a negative integer, the result is always negative. So -8 is your answer.